It just made me cry. It feels like we're like fighting against ourselves to only see the human. This had everything I stand for.
Hi, my name is Christine. I come from France. Today we're coming to see a meaningful exhibition. The exhibition name is The World We Made, and it's about hatred, discrimination, and things like that. Actually, it's a topic really close to my heart. I've experienced discrimination as a kid. Growing up as an Indian French, I know how it feels to be discriminated.
Go watch it then?
Sure, let's go.
I really enjoyed the exhibition in general, and actually I've been asked to choose one or two exhibits, but I really can't choose because I really enjoyed it overall. And there, the explanation of the guy were very useful. The first one I've seen was the one with these little texts that you could watch through peepholes. Very interesting. In the center, at the circle, you had one fake news, and all around it, you had sentences that were written smaller, and they were just like a representation of people repeating the fake news without knowing anything. They used the space around the main sentence was interesting. It was materialized. Okay, so when I entered in the room with the mirrors, I was first really surprised because the way they use sound, and it was fascinating to look at the mirrors like breaking down and looking at my reflection inside the mirror as if I was inside the art and I was fully part of it. So that was very powerful, I guess. I really like the drawing of the faces as well. I've always been interested in different cultures and different people from everywhere in the world. I thought that it was interesting that it was just the faces without anything else that we usually use to judge people.
This artist here, Sunglip, wanted to kind of comment on people's tendency to just look at a stranger's face and then immediately kind of diagnose different categories about their personality just from looking at their face. And he kind of wanted to retain people's individuality through these portraits using very rough and simple sketches, destroying all these kind of barriers and these ways that our minds can look at those faces and analyze and categorize them into these different boxes.
And I get the intention of the artist. I felt a connection with the artist because I feel the same way, since it feels like we're like fighting against ourselves to only see the human. And so about the wall with the writings, I thought it was really cool. It was really cool that it was in different languages. It was in 4 different languages. They were mainly about fear, and I feel like fear is the main cause of all this hatred. People are so scared of losing something, losing their own culture, or like they're trying to protect themselves. It was a different type of experience. It was not like full of emotions or anything like that. It was food for thought. I thought this one was really cool. That it was more society today, industries and pollution and things like that. But it wasn't only about that. About the fact that, you know, these people full of hatred, they are victims of their own thoughts by hating on others.
So this artist, Kwakobo Rota, likes to work with shadows a lot by using very common objects that you can see anywhere. He uses light to cast shadows on these objects to make brilliant, magnificent sculptures, things that don't actually look like what they are. Many of his works has the effect of creating a sense of nostalgia.
The one that made me the most emotional was the panic room. In the panic room, I was just crying. I guess like in France, in school, we learn everything about World War II. Just seeing a few images made me feel a lot of things, and you could see the reflection of video everywhere, and you're surrounded, and so it feels like you're actually reliving these horrors. It was almost instantaneous, but it just made me cry.
So you'll notice that these sculptures have holes cut out in them. There are cutouts of the holes all scattered around the floor. As a term of insult, Korean people like to refer to each other as insects, like chung. And this artist kind of wanted to show these holes, of insects chewing down on these plants. But there's this kind of message of hope with these bits scattered around. The artist wants to convey the message that, one day we can pick them up and restore them, put them back in their holes.
I think the right word for that is beautiful, because this had everything I stand for. There were books in different languages, from important figures, the history everywhere in the world.
So all of these books are kind of advertising nonviolent protests. We see Martin Luther King Jr., but we don't see Malcolm X, because Malcolm X kind of preached violence, change through violence.
It's about feminism, empathy, love, and it's everything I stand for, really. The love of the difference and understanding others, I guess. Yeah, that's all. This exhibition was special. I feel like each part of it was very different from each other. It was a surprise. There was nothing that was similar. It was never repetitive, but yet it was complementary. It all made sense together. That was awesome. That was a great experience. I guess I can invite my friends who live here in Korea to come and visit this exhibition again. And if possible, I would love to meet the artist as well, because it was awesome. It was really awesome. It was really nice to make this video and to visit this exhibition. See you guys. Bye-bye.